Howdy folks, my name is Honest Al. If you're looking for a car, come up here to Goldfield. Check my babies out. This one is only $9.99 for 99 months at $99. That's it. This one over here, this little beauty, she's I have no idea. I'll throw that in. Good morning and welcome to day 2. We're still in Tonopah. I didn't have any supernatural encounters, so I must have been really tired from hiking around Rhyolite. And if you didn't see that episode, I'll put a link up here. Yeah, put a link up here to that video. But the bed was really comfortable. Bathroom, the water was good. It heats up really quick, so be careful that you don't burn yourself. Room temperature was really good all night long. So let's go head out for today. It is 19 degrees outside. That's why I'm layered up. And if you're new to the channel, please think about clicking on that subscribe button down below. Now let's get started with today's video. Okay, so it is Saturday. I am here with the Frontiersman still. This is our second day. We're going to go head over to Goldfield. We're going to go check out some other stuff today. And then he's going to be staying across the street at the Belvada. And I'm going to be staying at the Clown Motel.
He's a brave man.
But it's definitely chilly this morning.
Oh, yeah.
And I'll pan around so you can see the snow still on the mountains. It's cold. And why I showed you that is it was 19 degrees outside. I think Walt just said it's 22, so it's warmed up quite a bit. Alright, so we finally made it to Goldfield. Frontiersman wears a cowboy hat. I figured I'd don my cowboy hat, so leave me a comment if you think I should keep the cowboy hat, at least when I travel around Nevada. Alright, so let's check out Goldfield. Gold was discovered in Goldfield in 1902, which happens to be the year of its founding and how it also got its name. By 1904, the Goldfield district produced about 800 tons of ore, valued at $2.3 million, which was 30% of the state's production that year. This production caused Goldfield to grow rapidly, and it soon became the largest town in the state, with about 20,000 people. But as the mines dried up, the population dropped below 5,000 residents by 1910. 100 years later, and according to the U.S. Census in 2010, Goldfield's population now sits at 268. Walt was getting hungry, so we decided to check out the Dinky Diner. They have a lot of information on Goldfield. They even have, let me show you real quick. This is the Goldfield. It's basically a walking tour that tells you everything about all the buildings. It's free, but you should leave a tip with the Historical Society to produce this little booklet. Some of the prominent Goldfield residents include Wyatt and Virgil Earp, who came to Goldfield in 1904. Virgil was hired as a Goldfield deputy sheriff in January of 1905. In April, he contracted pneumonia, and after 6 months of battling the illness, he died in October of 1905. Shortly thereafter, Wyatt Earp left Goldfield. Goldfield was also home to U.S. Senator George S. Nixon in the early 1900s. He and his partner, George Winfield, together financed the construction of the Goldfield Hotel in 1908. The cost was $300,000 to $400,000. And just to irritate Joe from Straight Outta Vegas, that would be approximately $9 to $11 million, accounting for inflation. This building coming up is the Goldfield High School that at its time cost $100,000 to build when it opened on January 31st, 1908. Now this three-story high school included 12 classrooms, an auditorium, 2 bathrooms, and occupied 19,000 square feet. The school closed in 1953. However, the town has been working diligently to secure funding from grants and donations to restore this school to its former glory. We've come to the part of the video where I get to sit down and interview Walt from the Frontiersman Travel Adventures. And my first question to him is, why did you start YouTube?
I guess the reason I did, because I traveled a lot. I was putting up a lot of just pictures and posts from my travels onto Facebook and things like that. And then all of a sudden it dawned on me that, hey, I should try YouTube. And because I love traveling and I wanted to share some of that stuff. That's where it all began. And believe you me, if you look back at my first 30-some videos, they're horrible. I hope they're getting better.
How long have you been doing YouTube?
Seriously doing it was about October 2019. I took a trip to Gatlinburg, I think, and we posted some videos. I had a couple other things I just threw up there. I didn't have an introduction. I just threw some stuff up there, so didn't really know what I was doing. But then I started watching other YouTubers and figured out, hey, I think I could do this. I would encourage anybody that if you're thinking about starting a channel, get into it, but watch YouTubers to see how they do it. This is something I can do until I just can't do it anymore. Look at Dale McKenzie. He's doing great. Him and Paul are amazing.
Now, how often do you vlog?
I try to have a weekend. I'll try to go somewhere Thursday, Friday, Saturday, and from that I'll come out with usually 3, 4, 5 decent videos. My goal this year is to go 200 plus videos. I've done 4 already this year, and so I'll be putting down some more.
What is the hardest part of making videos?
I think the hardest part is the editing. I try to tell a story. There has to be sort of a beginning, even if it's a food vlog. Hey, here's what we're going to do. How was it? Can make a conclusion. So I think the thing is trying to tell a story. That's where the editing is the most difficult. So you enjoy doing all that, but it's work too. I mean, it takes time, but I love it.
And then the final question that I think everyone wants to know, your accent. Where are you from?
I am from the South. So I have went to high school in West Virginia, went to college in West Virginia, and then as soon as I graduated, I moved to Virginia. And but before even living in West Virginia, I lived in South Carolina and North Carolina. So it's like an intertwining of North Carolina, South Carolina, West Virginia, Virginia. But probably the most influence is West Virginia. It's Appalachian. I just call it. It's a hillbilly. It's a hillbilly accent. And I'm proud of it, no doubt about it.
You know, it's always a pleasure conversing with you. Appreciate it. We'll do the fist bump.
Yep.
And one interesting fact that we learned was that a majority of the historical properties on the walking tour, specifically the residents, are owner-occupied, and they really don't appreciate visitors walking into their yards or trying to enter their homes. This area in front of me is the Bullfrog Goldfield Freight Depot and Maintenance Building. And if you recall part 2, where we visited Rhyolite, that train depot was one of the legs of the Las Vegas to Goldfield line. And this is basically where that line ended. Well, not here, this was the maintenance building, but nearby. So I really think that you should come out and travel Route 95 that takes you up through central Nevada. And if you want to start in Reno, head down to Vegas, or vice versa, check it out. There are a lot of these great old mining towns with a lot of rich history of the Old West. So here we are at the Clown Motel. I'm gonna go check in. I did have to fill out a form so I could fly my drone, I believe. Anyway, it's a filming permit. Gotta turn that in, but yeah. Also repping Henderson Silver Knights. Took off the cowboy hat because, I don't know, I don't think it's me. Let's go check out the Clown Motel. The Clown Motel was originally opened in 1985, but not as a theme motel. The owners were siblings who purchased the motel to be near the Tonopah Cemetery and the grave of their beloved father, who enjoyed collecting clowns. His clown collection of over 150 clowns are proudly displayed in the motel's lobby museum. Although the Clown Motel has changed ownership just twice, it was most recently purchased in 2019 by a Las Vegas family. Since then, the new owners have been renovating the motel while maintaining its eerie charm. In the lobby area, they also have a bunch of stuff that you can buy. That's all Clown Motel, from t-shirts, sweatshirts, coffee mugs. If you're forgetful like I am, they have this gift shop here where it looks like they've got everything you need. I'm going to apologize for the audio because it's pretty windy here. So right in the Clown Motel parking lot, you can see, is the Tonopah Cemetery, active from 1901 to 1911. The Tonopah Cemetery is open 7 days a week, 24 hours a day, and has over 300 graves. The cemetery was actually closed due to the Belmont mine tailings or wastewaters that kept washing over the graves and knocking down the headstones. Inside the Clown Motel, you can pick up a free walking tour of the cemetery that highlights some of the famous and infamous people buried there. I'll also put a link down below so you can download the map if you're curious or if you do plan to visit the cemetery.
Big Bill Murphy here, you can see, died in 1911 in a mine fire that broke out. And Big Bill is a hero. People were in trouble in the mines. He went in, he got people out. He made 2 or 3 trips. Then he finally went in again to go save some people, and Big Bill himself did not make it out. So if you look around the cemetery, there's a lot of people that died in mine accidents and mine fires. All right, we've moved over here now to the gravesite of Sheriff Tom Logan, who they said ran the most peaceful mining camps in the area. But in 1906, he went to a gambling hall in town trying to break up the dispute, got both of the gentlemen outside, and he was shot to death in front of the Jewel Saloon. Sad death. He was loved by people. And you've got pictures and books about him all throughout the town because he was a good sheriff. Now we've moved over here to Kate Miller, who was not a prominent figure in town. She wasn't a hero. And in fact, in 1908, Kate died of a morphine overdose. So it's sad. When I was filming a vlog back in October, I came over here and I was recording, and I said, "Hello, Kate, are you here?" And while I was filming, all of a sudden I heard footsteps, like crunching sound. You can see all the weed, the ragweed and stuff. I could hear that, but then when I went home and uploaded the video, in response to my questions, "Kate, are you here?" I heard a female voice say, "Hello?" So you can check out that video. It's in my channel.
Most likely the plan for tonight is to come out here, walk the cemetery, head all the way over to Kate's grave or tombstone and say hi. And if I hear anything, I'm gonna have to run all the way back, past all these graves. Now for the room tour. So as you enter, you have a little dinette set, the nightstand, queen size bed, another nightstand, and a sitting area, the closet, Very retro vintage looking refrigerator. A desk with a TV, and that desk is big. So there's a microwave, HVAC, Corian countertops, coffee maker, and the bathroom. No one's in there. And that is your room tour. It is cold here. Even though it says 28 in the car, 21 is the wind chill, and I'm just not gonna do the cemetery walk. And I'm actually kind of tired. I don't know if it's the altitude or this cold weather. So I'm gonna have to come back to Tonopah in April or May, and we will do the full-on night cemetery walk and also check out room 100, although I didn't see one. But that's it for today, end of day 2, and I will see you in day 3. So you guys have a good night, and we'll see you in the morning. Well, good morning, and I made it through the night here at the Clown Motel. No issues, but I slept really good. If there were any spirits here, they may have had their way with me, and I wouldn't have even known. Bed was really comfortable, a little firm, which is what I like. And then the shower, the water gets hot here really quick, and the pressure is really good. So yeah, no complaints about the bed or the shower. And other than that, it was really quiet on this end of town. I don't know if I shared what I paid for my room, but this is one of the renovated rooms, like I said. It was $120 for the Saturday night that I stayed. I believe during the week it's $20 cheaper, but it was $120 for the room, and then with tax and everything else, came out to about $130. Not a bad price for a themed motel. So let's get day 3 started, which is a homeward journey. Done. It's day 3, and it's been a long weekend. So really what I want to do is thank Walt for inviting me and actually being my tour guide. This guy is a wealth of information. Walt, thanks for everything.
Oh, thank you. I really enjoyed the last 3 days. We had a great time. We've had some good conversations, videoed some great stuff, but what I've learned the most out of the last 3 days is how hard this guy works. It has been a wonderful 3 days. This area is great. We're gonna come back when it's warm because
yes.
It's cold. It's cold right now. It may not look like it because the sun's shining, but it's still cold. At least it didn't snow.
Yeah, exactly. He's right. Follow Walt, Frontiersman Travel Adventures, and buddy, can't thank you enough.
Thank you.
Look, so as always, if you like this video, be sure to give it a thumbs up. Don't forget to click on that subscribe button down below and ring the bell icon. That way you'll be notified when I upload new content. So thanks for watching, and we'll see you in the next video.